Macduff quotes. Okay, so the first quote I have is, "Most sacrilegious murder have broke ope the Lord's anointed temple and stole thence the life of the building." And this is from Act 2, Scene 3, and it foreshadows Macbeth and his castle's downfall in reputation and the life of the people who live there. And then my next quote I have is, "No cousin, I'll go to Fife." Now, no cousin out of Fife in Act 2, Scene 4, and this shows that Macduff possibly has suspicions of Macbeth, as he's not going to watch him get crowned at Scone. And then, next quote, "How sayest thou that Macduff denies his person at our great bidding?" And this is Macbeth saying this. It's in Act 4, Scene 3, and it early foreshadowing Macbeth feeling threatened and going against Macduff. And then after that, "Fear not yet to take upon you what is yours." And this is what Macduff says to Malcolm, and it shows that Macduff believes in the divine right of kings and that he believes Malcolm's family deserves to hold the crown, and it shows the audience that they should try not to overthrow James I, who was the king at the time of the play. Next quote is, "Fit to govern, no not to live," in Act 4, Scene 3. And this shows how Macbeth wants what's best for his country and his patriotism towards Scotland, which the audience would view as a noble trait over Macbeth's ambition in a society with class divisions. So at this time, patriotism would be seen as more noble than having ambition. And then my next quote, "Such welcome and unwelcome things at once, 'tis hard to reconcile." And it shows that Macduff is still suspicious after what he's heard and seen happen to Scotland, and he only wants to get what's the best for Scotland. He doesn't completely believe that Malcolm should be king if it's just going to be another reign under tyranny. My next quote, "Bleed, bleed, poor country," Act 4, Scene 3. This shows the patriotism of Macduff and that he cares deeply for his country, and also how terrible it's been in the reign under Macbeth's tyranny, because he's really upset about what's happened to Scotland. And then, "Despair thy charm, tell thee Macduff was from his mother's womb untimely ripped." And this shows Macduff taunting Macbeth and Macbeth's final downfall, as all the prophecies that he was given by the witches have become true, and now he can die and he's vulnerable. He's got nothing left. And then after Macbeth dies, you've got the quote, "The usurper's cursed head." And this shows that Macbeth has been killed by the noble Macduff, and that his downfall because he's gone against the king, and then it's all come back to haunt him, and now him and his wife are both dead. And it shows how Macduff's killed Macbeth in battle because he's better than him, and God is on Macduff's side, which God was a much bigger thing in society at this time. And then going back a bit, I've got the quote, "I must also feel it as a man," from Act 4, Scene 3, because I thought of this one afterwards. And this shows a forward-thinking view that Shakespeare must have had on how a man should act. Well, may have had this view, it's not definite. On how a man should act, and wanted the audience to understand this view, and they probably wouldn't have considered it before. The reason Shakespeare may have believed this is because he's put this in with a good character as Macduff, and not... If he had put it in with Macbeth, he probably wouldn't have thought it, because he would have thought, oh, men should be strong, because Macbeth is shown as weak, but because Macduff's showing it, that shows that it's probably what Shakespeare believed.